Hello and welcome. This is Naresh from Autocars India bringing you live commentary for Formula 1 Round 2 from Bahrain Sakhir circuit, second round for Formula 1 2018 season. What a race we had in Australia when Sebastian Vettel won that race, where Lewis Hamilton was supposed to win that race, and several things happened in that race where one of the Williams car got retired because of plastic bag going in the brake duct, and also many incidents in that race. However, it was clear that Mercedes is the faster car. However, Ferrari is not far behind, and Red Bull also. Free practice 1 was completely dominated by Red Bulls. Free practice 2 and 3 were dominated by Ferraris. Apparently, Kimi Raikkonen was the fastest man in free practice 3. There are fears that Sebastian Vettel car may not be able to get ready before the start of this race, start of the qualifying session. Lewis Hamilton will be carrying gearbox penalty 5 places down, so whatever place he finishes, he is going to start at least 6th place in case he goes on the pole. Ferrari has a golden chance where Sebastian Vettel will fancy his chances to get his 3rd pole on this track. To give you vital statistics of Bahrain International Circuit, first Grand Prix was held in 2004, where it was a day Grand Prix, and later on in 2014 it was all-night Grand Prix in Bahrain. Number of laps 57, circuit length 5.412 kilometers, race distance 308.24 kilometers. Lap record 1 minute 31.447 Pedro de la Rosa 2005. A beautiful venue where many drivers like to spend their time just behind the grandstand, where a lot of activities keep happening. It's a place which is in desert, however not far away from the action which is happening on the circuit. Once again, welcoming you to the live commentary of Formula 1 from Bahrain, Round 2 2018 season. First Grand Prix won by Sebastian Vettel, where it was more of a consolation victory for him, as the race was to be lost by Lewis Hamilton, and he rightly did so. It's a right say that when the sun goes down, Bahrain Grand Prix gets alive, which is very much the case, as the Bahrain Grand Prix weekend and qualifying session is just going to start in some moment from now onwards. The happiest of the teams fighting it out at the front of the field might be Red Bulls, with Max Verstappen and Daniel Ricciardo pumped up in late, quick laps to grab the 2nd and 3rd respectively in free practice 3, and looking to be right in the mix this weekend here. Remember, Lewis Hamilton will take 5 places grid penalty and drop off wherever he's going to finish. So he would ideally like to finish top of the field, take the pole here, and still he's going to start 6th on the grid. That's the latest one. Meanwhile, in the Mercedes garage, a lot of works to be done before they start competing for the pole, as both Lewis Hamilton and Valtteri Bottas are looking off the pace, almost half a second off the pace from the Ferraris. Red Bulls showing the true pace and look to be ahead of Mercedes. As we are just few moments away from the start, we'll just touch upon what happened in Australia. It was a great start for Mercedes, except for Valtteri Bottas, where in the qualifying session he had a shunt of his car in turn 3 in Australia and he had to start back of the field. Eventually, a race was won by Sebastian Vettel. Lewis Hamilton finished 2nd in that race. So round 2 of Formula 1 2018 World Championship gets underway. With a population of 1.3 million people, name is coming from Bahrain circuit, and it's an archipelago of 33 islands, this Bahrain. Since 2014, this race is running as a night race. And remember, this is the first ever Formula 1 race which was held in Middle East. A night race started since 2014. Always a great circuit with 5.412 kilometers, 15 turns, lap record set with Pedro de la Rosa, 2 DRS zones, high speed circuit, speed touching 309 kilometers per hour. Turn number 1, who would forget the 2014 incident of Pastor Maldonado? And turn number 4, incident of Nico Rosberg and Lewis Hamilton in 2014 also. Having a tricky braking area in turn number 10 at this circuit. Tire selection for this weekend: medium, soft and super soft tires, no hyper soft tires. Tire abrasion is 5 out of 5, tire stress 3 out of 5. Very heavy on tire abrasion. Temperature is 32 degrees and little windy, 1.3 meter per second. With a humidity of 45%, conditions are dry. Red Bull having an edge and Ferrari 2 over Mercedes. as we just about to go into the qualifying. Venue is electric over there. As the temperatures are dropping and twilight descends, the track is now 32 degrees Celsius, air temperature 24 degrees, absolutely a great scenic Bahrain circuit to look upon. Definitely it promises to be a thrilling qualifying, which is just about moments away. Drivers leading, Vettel 25 points, Hamilton 18 points, Raikkonen 15, so Ferrari in a good shape in constructor. Ricciardo 4th with 12 points, Alonso 10th with good 5th place finish in Australia. And some work going on Stoffel Van Doom car. Sebastian Vettel looks to be ready. He had the problem with his car in the final practice session. And also Kimi Raikkonen is looking pretty strong this time around when you compare Sebastian Vettel and Kimi Raikkonen. So qualifying session 1, which will go for 18 minutes. It starts in just about 5 seconds from now. And the green light is on, pit exit is open. Qualifying session just gets underway. 18 minutes for qualifying session 1. Bottom 5 cars will be out of Q1 during this session. Looks like today's strategy is going to be qualify Q2 on yellow sidewall tires. That will give an edge because this circuit is hard on the abrasion of tires. As the first car comes out is Williams, followed by Toro Rosso's. Honda was looking pretty good at the testing in Barcelona and would say equally good in the race also. However, they don't seem to be carrying the same pace as was in Australia. Let's hear what Marcus Ericsson has to say. Looks like there is a problem with one of the Mercedes as Lewis Hamilton gets ready to get into the car. Mercedes will be eyeing for 6th consecutive pole position here. They have a great record sitting with them in this Bahrain circuit. 15 minutes to go as Brendan Hartley starts his time lap.
Focus on brake on tires, focus on brake on tires. At the moment, it's just us and Sauber in front of you. nobody behind you, nobody behind you. Arianto, please, sorry, I just started this quick time. Should have been nobody behind you, nobody behind you. Arianto, please, sorry, I just started this quick time.
As Brendan Hartley completes his lap, and Charles Leclerc also, as of now, tops the timesheet with 1 minute 31.775 seconds. Ericsson is second, Brendan Hartley third, we have Q1 session on, with 13 minutes to go in this session. Minutes to go in this session. Roman Grosjean is also setting up his time now. Roman Grosjean presently in turn number 13, a fast flowing right-handed turn, 240 kilometers per hour crosses the car of Sebastian Vettel, who is on the warm-up lap, gets his DRS, turn number 14, 90-degree turn, free right-hander, 260 kilometers, 7th gear for Roman Grosjean. He is in sector 2, crosses the start-finish line, and he finishes P2, Roman Grosjean. In the meantime, Kevin Magnussen tops the timesheet now. 1 minute 30.030 seconds. Remember, this circuit is ever evolving. As the night sets up, the timesheets are going to come down here. So no drivers can be sitting relaxed in their cars or the garage waiting for the things to happen. They have to ensure they keep putting their fastest lap over there. In the meantime, Fernando Alonso, he is also on the outlap as Kimi Räikkönen. He's already on his fast lap. He's 7/10 of a second faster in sector 2. As Räikkönen goes fastest, he's P1 now. So P1 for Räikkönen by almost 1 second gap between him and Kevin Magnussen. Haas, replica of Ferrari, as many of us would say, is on P2. As Sebastian Vettel comes across in his last turn, and where does he finish? It will be interesting as he comes along the right hand turn, turn number 2, and he goes P2. Sebastian Vettel goes P2 here. As Fernando Alonso warming up his tires, he's crossing the turn number 13, and he will be looking to set up his fast time here. In the meantime, Valtteri Bottas goes P3. as Fernando Alonso starts his time lap now. Turn number 4, gear 3, 132 kilometers per hour, almost a 270-degree turn, then fast flowing corners of turn number 6 and 7, right, left, 160 kilometers per hour in gear 2 as he approaches turn number 8, 270-degree turn, then he has to speed up 260 kilometers per hour, gets the DRS zone, turn number 9, fast left-hander and almost 90-degree left-hander in turn number 9 and 10 as Fernando Alonso goes a speed of 300 km per hour, 6th gear. As he approaches turn number 11, fast left, right, fast flowing turn number 12 as he approaches with 260 km per hour on turn number 13. 300 kilometers per hour speed touched while on the back straight here. Fernando Alonso, as he comes around start finish line, where does he go? He's only P15. He has made some mistake somewhere and he's only P15. He has to do his time lap once again. In the meantime, Roman Grosjean had a lockup, goes out, joins back, no harm done. Definitely harm done to the tires. It's very interesting to see the top 3 drivers, Raikkonen, Vettel and Bottas. They have all done their timings on yellow sidewall soft tire, whereas all other drivers have set their timing on super soft tires. With Verstappen 4th, Hamilton 5th, Ricciardo 6th, Kevin Magnussen 7th, Sergio Perez, Force India in 8th, Nico Hülkenberg 9th, Esteban Ocon 10th. Drivers in relegation zone, Sergei Sirotkin, Charles Leclerc, Lance Stroll, Marcus Ericsson and Brendan Hartley. With 7 minutes to go in this session. Charles just coming across the start finish line, he stays 18. Roman Grosjean still in 15th position. He made a mistake last lap around. Drivers in relegation zone, Roman Grosjean, Fernando Alonso. Grosjean just came out of relegation zone. Alonso, Sirotkin, Charles Leclerc, Lance Stroll and Brendan Hartley. They have to find some time to get out of bottom 5. Imagine Brendan Hartley, he goes 10th fastest. What a lap from Brendan Hartley here from Toro Rosso, and he have a problem here. One of the Red Bulls, he's out. Turn number 1, Max Verstappen. What happened to Bottas? Session has stopped. Red flag. This is exactly what happened with Valtteri Bottas in Melbourne, and same has been repeated by Max Verstappen. He was on his time lap as he was coming around turn number 1. He lost it completely. Missed the apex completely and he got shunted. It was quite a big blow for Verstappen. as Max Verstappen shakes his head. Max Verstappen, that's not a great thing we expect from Max Verstappen here. We have seen the Mercedes right not on the pace this weekend, and this kind of mistake from Max Verstappen is going to fight it heavily. Christian Horner holding his head, disappointed. We do not expect these kind of mistakes from Max Verstappen here, as he gets on the scooter to get back to the paddock. As the red flag is on, in the meantime, Max Verstappen car is being retrieved. What a shunt for Max Verstappen. He does a replica of Bottas, which happened in Australia last weekend. As the waiting game is on for all the cars, while the red flag, Max Verstappen in turn number 2 goes on the side and misses it completely. Doesn't seem to be a big damage on Max Verstappen's car. However, it's going to be interesting whether they can get that car ready, which looks to be very, very difficult to get it. In the meantime, Kimi Raikkonen and Sebastian Vettel comfortably in P1, P2, Valtteri Bottas in 3rd position. Verstappen, who has just shunted his car, is in 4th, Lewis Hamilton 5th, Daniel Ricciardo 6th, Gavin Magnussen 6th, 7th, Sergio Perez 8th, Nico Hülkenberg 9th, Brendan Hartley 10th. Drivers in relegation zone: Roman Grosjean, Fernando Alonso, Sergei Sirotkin, Charles Leclerc, and Lance Stroll. In the meantime, as the red flag gets off, and we have 5 minutes in this session, drivers who will be in a great hurry to put their time lapse will be Roman Grosjean and Fernando Alonso, sitting in 16th and 17th position. With 4 minutes to go, Lewis Hamilton in 5th position, looking comfortable that he will be qualifying for Q2. He doesn't need to go back again on the track. However, drivers need to get worried is Fernando Alonso and Roman Grosjean, who are sitting in 16th and 17th position. All are running on super soft tires now, drivers in relegation zone. As 2.5 minutes to go, Fernando Alonso is lining up for his time lap. As Nico Hülkenberg presently in 9th position. He is also starting his time lap now. Alonso is behind Sainz. Hülkenberg presently in the personal best purple lap as he goes to sector 1. Sainz is behind him. Alonso is behind. Stoffel Vandoorne is behind Alonso. As Nico Hülkenberg comes around back straight. A lot of traffic around. They have to be careful when they are traversing the turns. Hulkenberg is climbing up on the hill. And where does he finish, Nico Hulkenberg? And presently he's in 9th position. Where does he go? He stays 9th. Carlos Sainz behind him. Where does he go? He goes P7. Sainz goes P7. How about Alonso? Alonso goes P12 now. Good luck. Spaniard, P12. And Alonso being jumped by Stoffel Vandoorne. P12 now. Alonso is P30. Esteban Ocon. Presently P14. Will he be able to displace? He is presently in 15th position. Pierre Gasly. Ocon presently in 14th. Will he be able to do? And Ocon does it. Alonso in the relegation zone now. And he does it. Alonso is down in the relegation zone. Magnussen, the next one. Where does he go? Brendan Hartley, the next driver. He is presently on 13th position. Will he be able to do? Alonso is the one in the drivers of relegation zone who could be out. Roman Grosjean is already 16. He's got the checkered flag. Ericsson, can he do it? No, he doesn't. Sirotkin. And here, Perez. And here we have a problem with one of the Charles Leclerc. He slips off and McLaren just about manages to go in Q2 here. I would say just about manages to go to Q2 because, and Roman Grosjean is the surprise package who will be out as Kevin Magnussen is 7th, but Roman Grosjean is P16. Roman Grosjean made a big mistake in last lap around, as Fernando Alonso just about keeps his cool and gets on to Q2. So Q1 gets over and drivers out. Roman Grosjean, Marcus Ericsson, Sergei Sirotkin, Charles Leclerc, and Lance Stroll. Roman Grosjean spun in the last corner. As both the McLaren, they find their way to Q2. Fernando Alonso just about gets it through. They need to get their game up. Max Verstappen crashes from Q1 here. Q1 gets over. Drivers who are out in Q1 are Roman Grosjean, Haas, Marcus Ericsson, Sergei Sirotkin, Charles Leclerc, and Lance Stroll. Kimi Räikkönen tops the timesheet, goes to Q2 on soft tires. as Fernando Alonso just survives Charles' spin on his last lap and he was out. Marcus Ericsson also with both the Williams cars and the Haas of Romain Grosjean. Bottom 5 cars relegated. We are waiting for Q2 to start. Haas had a really good start to the race in Australia before faulty pit stop saw both the drivers retire when wheel nuts were not attached properly to their cars. But today, Grosjean is out, advancing out of Q1. So after the qualifying session, when one gets over, drivers out of Q1, Romain Grosjean Haas, Marcus Ericsson Sauber, Sergio Sirotkin Williams, Charles Leclerc Sauber and Lance Stroll Williams. So both the Williams, both the Saubers along with Haas of Romain Grosjean are out. Kimi Räikkönen tops the timesheet for Ferrari with his teammate Sebastian Vettel here. Ferrari looking strong here. Let's hear some team radios.
So stupid.
That was Charles Leclerc. What Nico Hülkenberg has to say?
Alonso power. What happened there? Just power out of the last quarter. Okay, Nico, recharge on as you are.
I think it was a D-rate, wasn't it?
Negative, Nico, negative.
What is it?
We'll tell you later, Nico. That's us. E20. So stupid. I am so stupid.
So qualifying session 2 gets underway as the cars all set to get out from their pits. Mercedes still clinging on to soft tires for Q2. It will be interesting to see the tire strategy here. Remember, drivers who finishes Q2 on the choice of tires will have a chance to start on the same set of tires in the race tomorrow. Mercedes is definitely eyeing to do that with yellow sidewall super soft tires here. Soft tires here. Vettel is the first one to be out and he's running on super soft tires here. Looks, he wants to set up a time, fast time, and then come on another lap with red sidewall tires. As Sebastian Vettel starts off his time lap, sector 1 he crosses. Sebastian Vettel will be the first one to set his time lap. Sector 1 is purple, so he'll better the time set by Kimi Räikkönen in the Q1 as he goes to sector 2. Vettel 7th gear, 290 km per hour, turn number 14, 90 degree. Very tricky turn here, and after that turn 15 is pretty simple as he comes around, start finish straight, and he goes P1, no doubt about it. In the meantime, Kimi Räikkönen is already 1 minute 28.3. Kimi Räikkönen is behind now. Where does he finish? And Kimi Räikkönen goes across the line and he takes P2. So Kimi Räikkönen is P2. Nico Hülkenberg P3, Sainz P4, Alonso is P5. Both the Ferraris are roaring here. In the meantime, Valtteri Bottas is already 4 tenths down in sector 2. Alonso goes P5 here. Lewis Hamilton looks to be even down on the time. Valtteri Bottas is 6 tenths of a second down. Hamilton is flying on his soft tires in middle sector. Let's see what he can do. Bottas is P3, Ricciardo goes P3 now. Lewis Hamilton out of the final corner, what does he do? He goes, he's P2, which is great for Lewis Hamilton. Whatever he does, he's going to get 5 place grid penalty. So very important, he finishes on top to reduce the deficit he will have. Very quick Lewis Hamilton here. Stoffel Van Doom here. So as Sergio Perez complains no more power from the back of his car. So top 5, Sebastian Vettel, Lewis Hamilton, Kimi Raikkonen, Daniel Ricciardo, Bottas is 5th. Gasly, surprise, is in 6th position for Toro Rosso Honda. Fernando Alonso as of now is only 12th position, along with Stoffel Vandoorne. Brendan Hartley has done a good job. 6 minutes to go in qualifying session 2. In the meantime, Daniel Ricciardo is in 4th position in Red Bull. As McLaren gets a bit worried, as Pierre Gasly in Toro Rosso Honda has done really good and he's in P6. In the meantime, Sebastian Vettel is P1, Lewis Hamilton P2 and Kimi Raikkonen P3. Looks like midfield is changing all the time as the drivers get ready in their cars for second stint in this Q2. Let's see what happens in rest of 4.5 minutes to go in this section 2. We are in the last 2.5 minutes of this session and most of the cars are there on the track to have their time lapse set, and especially difficult time for both the McLarens as Pierre Gasly of Honda Toro Rosso is well ahead in P6 and challenging them Good. Nico Hülkenberg comes out on the track and he is on his time lap now in sector 1. He is presently P7, Nico Hülkenberg. Turn 4, goes across, 4/10 of a second down of the leader Sebastian Vettel. Kevin Magnussen is also on his outlap along with Valtteri Bottas and Pierre Gasly. Carlos Sainz behind Nico Hülkenberg, also on his time lap. As Nico Hülkenberg comes around in sector 2, he's 7/10 down on Sebastian Vettel's time, P1. However, it looks good that he's going to be sitting somewhere in P6 or P7. Let's see what he achieves. Hülkenberg, as he crosses start-finish line, he goes P6. How about Carlos Sainz? He didn't have a particularly good lap, good sector 1. Let's see where does he finishes, as Stoffel Van Doom is behind him and along with him is Fernando Alonso on super soft tires. P7 for Carlos Sainz, comfortably. Stoffel Van Doom, the first one who will be finishing. He is 3/10 of a second down already on 13th position. As he comes down to McLaren's, Stoffel Van Doom, the first one. Stoffel Van Doom, he's only P30. Fernando Alonso, he's only P11. Not going to be top 10 for both the McLarens. A dismal show from McLaren as Force India of Esteban Ocon is P10. And Sergio Perez just misses out. He's P11. Brendan Hartley. Next one, what does he do? He goes P11. Perez is down. Pierre Gasly is made to Q3 here. Congratulations, Toro Rosso Honda. One of the Force Indias is managed to be in P10 along with Pierre Gasly. So, drivers out, Brendan Hartley, Sergio Perez, Alonso, Van Doom and Max Verstappen. As we await the top 10 shootout, the drivers out of Q2 are Brendan Hartley, Sergio Perez, Force India, Fernando Alonso and Stoffel Vandoorne, both McLaren's out. Max Verstappen, he did not take part in this qualifying session due to his shunt which he had in Q3. In Q1. Sebastian Vettel, he is leading the timesheets. He is at Q1. So all the drivers who are on super soft tires, so they will start the race on super soft tires tomorrow. As the last 12 minutes for this qualifying session, Q3 gets started. Sebastian Vettel is topping the timesheets. Lewis Hamilton here would like to get the pole here, but wherever he finishes today, he's going to start 5 places down from that due to grid penalty he has got because of his gearbox change. Pit lane is open for Q3. Q3 gets underway. Green lights are on and the fight for pole is underway.
We are in, Pierre. We are in P9.
Yeah, I run out of battery again on the back straight.
Okay, check it. Copy that. Copy that.
As the Q3 starts off, Lewis Hamilton comes on the track now with 10 minutes to go. Fight for pole is on for Lewis Hamilton.
This is the reason why I want to go early.
Sainz and Gasly are straight away out on the track with lots of smoke from Ferrari garage, car of Sebastian Vettel. Both Sainz and Gasly are keen to get underway. Both are on super soft, which are mandatory for this segment in Q3. Sebastian Vettel has been twice on pole position here in Bahrain. Will he be able to get to the third one? Interesting to see, as he seems to be all set to doing that. It's very interesting. Kimi has never started on pole position or the front row in Bahrain. Let's see what they do. Both the teammates looking definitely strong here, and they look to be starting on the pole or the first row tomorrow. As Valtteri Bottas also behind them. Vettel comes around in sector 1. Carlos Sainz is the first driver to set the time, 1 minute 30.4, surely going to be overtaken. Gasly sets the fastest time, 1:33.88. He's doing so well, Gasly, Honda, Toro Rosso, as Sebastian Vettel puts a purple sector 2. Green sector 2 for Vettel, as Raikkonen is putting purple lap in both the sectors here. What does Sebastian Vettel do? He's got 2 seconds faster, 1 minute 28.196. What does Kimi Raikkonen do here? Can he overtake? Will he be able to do it? Comes around the start finish line. Yes, he does. Kimi Raikkonen is 1 minute 28.101. Bottas behind him. Will he be able to do it? He's also having green sector 1, sector 2. Coming on start finish line, Valtteri Bottas here. No, he doesn't. He's P3. Daniel Ricciardo behind him. Will he be able to do it? Looks not easy. He's P4. Lewis Hamilton now. Will he be able to do it? He's coming around in the last corner. As he comes around, what does he do? Lewis Hamilton. He needs to start as high as possible. He's only P3. Kimi Räikkönen. As of now, pole position for Bahrain. Turnaround of fortunes for Ferrari here. Looking to lock up the first row. With both the Mercedes in third and fourth position. Ricciardo is only in fifth position. Pierre Gasly very strongly in P6. Pierre Gasly in Toro Rosso Honda is the story of this weekend. What a turnaround of fortune for Honda when they leave McLaren. McLaren with Renault still down. They couldn't even qualify for Q3, whereas Pierre Gasly is finding himself best of the pack after the three besties. Vettel had made a mistake in the last turn. As all drivers come to the pits, have some energy restored and get ready for one final time in this Q3. Valtteri Bottas is only P4 as of now. Esteban Ocon, Nico Hülkenberg and Kevin Magnussen, they have not set the time. So they will probably look forward to come on the super soft tires, new set of tires to get the time run. Huge gap between top three teams, and then on with Pierre Gasly 2.2 seconds slower than the top team, which is time set by Kimi Räikkönen here. Lewis Hamilton finds 1/10 of a second slower than Ferrari. As both the Renaults come out of track once again. Sainz leading, Nico Hülkenberg behind him. As Nico Hülkenberg overtakes Sainz, he wants to do the lap first. Will Mercedes be able to match the Ferrari, or will they manage to beat the Ferrari? That's the question now, as both the Ferraris are looking definitely favorites in Bahrain here. Unlike the last few years where Mercedes were surely the team to be beaten. As Vettel gets his car out of the pit. Daniel Ricciardo also follows. All the cars are out. Räikkönen gets the first opportunity and and he gets the opportunity also to get his first ever pole in Bahrain, where Sebastian Vettel to make a hat-trick of it, with 2 already in his bag.
That time is in the last sector.
You are purple in the final sector. Okay, mate, so we are P5. It's all pretty tight. It's from you to P2 is about 2/10 at the moment. In fact, to P1 is only 3/10, so it's all nip and tuck at the front.
The clash is really aggressive.
We are looking at it up here.
As both the Mercedes completing their out laps, we have 1 minute, just about 1 minute to go in this Q3 here of Bahrain Grand Prix qualifying session. As both the Mercedes, they start their time lap also. Lewis Hamilton starts off well in sector 1, keeping clean and tidy in the corners. He doesn't want to make any mistake here. Hamilton is already 500 of a second slower than Kimi Räikkönen. Definitely, Lewis Hamilton was the pole sitter here, but doesn't seem to be likely this time around. He's not going to make it. He has a slower first sector. As Bottas is already, he's also 800 of a second slower. He's also not going to challenge the Ferrari, whereas Vettel could, as Vettel is putting purple sector 1 here. Lewis Hamilton is already 3/10 down in the sector 2. As Valtteri Bottas picks up the checkered flag, where does he finish? He's only P2, Räikkönen still holding on. Lewis Hamilton behind him. Will he be able to do it? No, he cannot. Lewis Hamilton is only P4 here. Sebastian Vettel now. Last chance for Sebastian Vettel to claim his 3rd pole position. Will he be able to do it? As he comes around, he does it. Sebastian Vettel gets the pole of Bahrain. Daniel Ricciardo, the next man. He has a slower lap, sector 2. Kimi Räikkönen, remember, he's still there. As Daniel Ricciardo comes across, he's P5 and all eyes on Kimi Räikkönen now. He has made, no he doesn't, Kimi Räikkönen stays P2. So Vettel gets the pole here. Sebastian Vettel takes his 3rd pole in Bahrain. His 51st pole position, Sebastian Vettel. First Ferrari pole of the season here in Mexico.
That time is in the last sector.
You are purple in the final sector. Okay, mate, so we are P5. It's all pretty tight. It's from you to P2 is about 2/10 at the moment. In fact, to P1 is only 3/10, so it's all nip and tuck at the front.
The clash is really aggressive.
We are looking at it up here.
So Vettel gets the pole of Bahrain Grand Prix, his 51st pole and third pole at this circuit here. Raikkonen goes second, Valtteri Bottas in third position. Lewis Hamilton in fourth position. He will have 5 positions relegated, so he will be starting on 9th position. Best of the rest, Pierre Gasly. He is P6 here. What a show from Toro Rosso Honda here. Change of fortune. So here we go. The qualifying completes for Bahrain Grand Prix. Sebastian Vettel is going to start on the pole with Kimi Raikkonen on the second position. Valtteri Bottas finished third. Lewis Hamilton fourth. Daniel Ricciardo fifth. Pierre Gasly sixth. Kevin Magnussen Haas seventh. Nico Hülkenberg eighth. Esteban Ocon Force India ninth. Carlos Sainz will start 10th. With this, we will look forward to meet you once again tomorrow for the race weekend, which is going to be a great one. Good luck for Vettel, as he is going to start this Grand Prix weekend as a favorite now tomorrow in the race. Take care. Bye bye. Have safe driving.